That one really does the trick.
Speaking of doing the trick, that's called a transition in the industry. Apparently, Ronda Rousey's doing some tricks there on the internet. Hey, Roka, why don't you take the garbage and run with it?
Yeah, let's say. Well, I'm not going to say it's garbage. Let's play that. Let's play it. Nice try there, Josh. Let's play this clip. This is Ronda Rousey on her blog. She's talking about the wrestling fans.
Is it a blog?
So
Yeah, she's a blog.
You were giving your promo, and
it wasn't a promo. They gave me other things to say. I didn't fucking say it.
Whoa.
International
She's an
Women's Day.
intense person.
That's the thing. It's not a fucking promo. It's not an act. I'm not going out there and doing their fucking act anymore. They can say it's part of the act to kind of try to save face to everybody else, but it's not an act. I'm going out there, I'm doing whatever the hell I want, and they can explain it away however they want, but fuck them.
Okay. I love how that dude in the background
Everybody,
just
WWE
combing
Universe
hair.
included. I meant that I'm going to disrespect the sport that they all love so much. Oh, don't break kayfabe, Ronda. Wrestling's, it's scripted. It's made up. It's not real. None of those bitches can fucking touch me. The end.
The end.
Yes.
Okay, so that was
Wrestling's not
that was acted.
Yeah, now here's the thing, and
Obviously.
that's what a lot of people are
It's very
upset about.
obviously.
Wrestling fans. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Let's
Jesus,
do
we're
that
back.
promo there.
Jesus.
But a lot of
This
fans,
is not fake!
A lot of fans are upset about it because they're like, why is she doing this? She's breaking kayfabe, all this kind of jazz.
Can you explain to the casual listener what the F kayfabe is?
Oh, yeah, it's when you're playing the character. And so when you break it to say, like, oh, this is actually who I really am, do you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, and Christian does it with the Schmodown. All characters versus who they really are. But with this is a big deal because, you know, they had pushed her as a face, which is a good person the whole time for a long. But the fans have been turning on her more and more because they don't buy her as a face. They don't like her. They like this Becky Lynch character more than man. And so then eventually she blew a gasket on Monday night on Raw and said, like, no, you know, I'm tired. The fans booed me. LA fans booed me. Screw you guys. Screw the Woo, which is Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter, and screw the man. And she beat them both up. And then did a promo before then saying all this is bullshit, and then this is just a continuation of that. But the whole vlog, she's like happy having cheesesteaks in Philly, like doing this whole thing, and all of a sudden she gets serious. So it's making fans a little upset. But I think this is an interesting tack to take because they're trying to turn her into a full heel, which is a bad person in this situation, but it could blow up in her face because fans already don't like her, and there's a way to do a heel thing correctly, and there's a way not to do a heel thing correctly. This could blow up in her face, and fans going like, she's spitting on the business, which is why fans have turned on her. They don't think she's really dedicated to the business, and so we'll see.
Or do you think if it's part of the script or whatever, right?
I think
like,
it is.
Yeah. So you do
Because these women can sue her if she really beats them up in the ring.
I was just going to say.
No, I agree. But I'm just saying that if that's the case, then I mean maybe it's a little too over the top. You think?
Yeah.
For what's going on, right?
Possibly, but the lines have been blurring for quite some time, so it's an interesting new approach. If you want to make it new and topical, you got to do a new way into the
I just
situation.
don't know how somebody can be so angry when their hair is getting done in makeup. Like when I'm getting my hair and makeup on set, I mean I feel like
incredible.
A princess.
It's the best.
Even
really
if you get
is.
the bowl cut.
Right? Oh yeah.
The Floby. I just you kind of made my point for me, Ro. Because like if she goes out there in the ring, because I would like to talk to Becky Lynch and see if she actually hurt Becky Lynch. Like if there was. Because that's her name, right? Becky Lynch.
Yeah, well, her real name's Rebecca Quinn, but yes, Becky Lynch is her character's name.
Okay,
yes.
Rebecca
the
Quinn.
Man. Rebecca Quinn, yeah.
Quinn, but they call her Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
But they call her the Man.
Yeah, that's her name. She called herself the Man.
Okay.
She's like, typically, whenever anyone's at the top of the game, they're called the Man.
Okay, got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then Ronda Rousey went out there and like supposedly Christian said it didn't look like she was pulling punches.
Yeah, some of those shots look real. Like she's sitting
that was
open areas of her body.
Okay, and then did Becky Lynch come out and be like, "Hey, Ronda actually hit me"? Like, is that
No,
thing?
she hasn't said anything.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the flip side of things. They could sue her and everything,
Exactly.
right? And she'd like, "You're not supposed to hit" and everything. I mean, I've seen guys bleeding in wrestling before. I mean, I've seen pictures. Whatever. I'm not. Anyway.
Yeah.
If she does go, I mean, she does say what I say all the time, and why Mark and I don't watch wrestling, and I understand Christian's angle. Well, you have to watch it like a TV show. I have a lot of other TV shows I watch that I like that are scripted and yada yada yada. Sure. This one, she can be acting all she wants. I get that she's like wrestling is fake, it's scripted. I'm going heel. I go this whole thing. But does it on the flip side if, like, Ric Flair's daughter or
Charlotte,
or Becky Lynch, and they come out and they're like, she actually hit me and I'm hurt? Doesn't that make them look weak? And doesn't that kind of take the air out of the situation?
Which is why they're not going to say that. And Becky's an Irish girl. She actually literally got her nose broken in the ring by Nia Jax by an accidental punch that Nia didn't pull. Right. She's The Rock's, I think, niece or cousin, and she really legitimately broke her nose, and she is bleeding profusely from her mouth. Yeah, some of the wrestling, they blade themselves. They have razor blades in their wrists or in their mouths. Yeah. So they do that on purpose. But sometimes, to the look of it all, but sometimes they actually legitimate. And so, like, that's the thing. So Becky's tough as nails. Charlotte's tough as nails. Neither one's going to say anything if it really happens. But she has hurt people. There are rumors that she gave Alexa a concussion when they wrestled, which is why Alexa's had trouble coming back. Wow. So she, that's what happens when you go pro wrestling with people who are from other areas and have been training for
See,
years.
like, whatever you may think of wrestling, because you're right, I just lost interest like a long time ago. I used to watch it when I was a kid. Yeah. But those people are still badasses.
Yeah, they're incredible athletes.
Listen, I'm not taking anything away from the athleticism at all. I've never have. What they do in the ring.
That's how I feel about baseball.
All the injuries. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy,
how I feel.
there, Dorina.
What?
Wrestling's one thing. Baseball's another.
Oh,
Don't
really?
touch the greatest sport of all time.
Oh, really?
It's how I feel about a lot of sports. It's how I feel about a lot of different things. Like, I can see the athleticism. It's just not for me, right? I get the skill that it takes to be a wrestler. Bouncing around, not hurting yourself. Those guys are all in wheelchairs. You go to those things. I mean, the wrestler is a real life depiction of a fake person, right? Yeah. This kind of thing, like for Ronda Rousey, I guarantee you that she is getting frustrated because she comes from an arena where she can actually beat people up. And she's getting tired of getting booed. She's getting tired because she wants to actually beat these people up and show that she is the better. Like, she could kick the shit out of any of these girls.
Well, and that's the problem. The reason is the people, and this is you look at Ronda's track record.
Hell, she could probably beat up a lot of the dudes.
Oh, of course she can. The track record with Ronda, though, is like, she can be a bit unstable. When she's lost matches, she's like disappeared into the woods by herself for like a week when she lost Holly Holm. She was with just like stacks of toilet paper by herself in the woods.
Yeah, she did not take the Holly Holm loss well
exactly.
at all.
She was suicidal after the loss.
A lot of that also is getting hit in the head a lot too.
Possibly.
I mean, the concussion situation is a real deal.
Well, that's why I think this angle is dangerous. And why I think Christian want to talk about it, because like this is if she goes like she snaps in a moment, anything could happen. Lesnar legitimately almost knocked out Braun Strowman in a match a few months ago when Strowman hit Lesnar.
Those are real people?
Yeah,
Braun
Strowman is like 6'8",
That's 400. That's a pretty good name.
Is he related to
Abe Strowman? Abe Strowman?
The Sausage King of Chicago. Yeah. But this guy's huge. Strowman is massive. He hit Lesnar too hard in the face with a knee. Lesnar got up and cocked him in the face, and you see Strowman go, like, legitimately scared that this guy could kill him in a moment. 100%. And so that's why it's dangerous with Ronda. So we'll see if this works. But yes, the frustration, because she's getting owned on social media by Becky Lynch all over the place. And I think the frustration's building, and they're just using it to push the match.
The event,